We're here with two-time OTS champ Lachlan, and he is going to tell us what he played for this format. Format's going to be over in a week, but there's a bunch of qualifiers happening with the current ban list, so I'll let him take it from here, and he'll explain his deck, his choices, his best matchup, his worst matchup, and any difficulties he had during the day.
Yeah, I got a little crazy when I bought the deck, but I wanted something that people weren't exactly comfortable with, and a lot of the people that are playing right now didn't play a year and a half, 2 years ago to know what to stop. This deck folds into Droll, it folds into Shifter, so it loses to a Rise Heart. It folds to Bestial, so it loses to Dragon Link, but I beat Kashchera, I beat Sword Soul, I beat Labyrinth, Dragon Link, and Sprite. There's just some cards in here that make the matchups very easy. Yeah, just get into it. Played Drytron. Obviously, you're going to max out on names. A lot of people will play 3 Alpha, 3 Zeta, 3 Gamma, 3 Delta, but I cut the third Delta for a Beta because this helps you play through Shifter. When this one is summoned, you can put one of your banished Drytron monsters back in grave. So it helps you play through Bestials, it helps you play through Runic, helps play around Shifter. There was one game where I got shifted, so I foolished a name, it gets banished. I summoned this, tributing a Benten from hand, put the name back in grave, added another Benten, summoned the extra name from grave, added a Lancia, made a Fuko, which you'll see in the extra deck, and it essentially buys you a guaranteed next turn, barring they play Underworld Goddess, which not a lot of decks do, but yeah. I also wanted the option to have a 5th name to tribute. It comes up. I also played 3 Nova, 1 Fafnir, and 1 Meteornus. I wasn't scared of DD Crow. Anyone that wants to play Crow is playing a Bestial because it's a Crow on legs. There's an argument to play 2 of each of these to add consistency, but Droll hurts. 2 Orange Light, it's going to 3, which is great, but this helps you play through Shifter, it helps you play through Droll, helps you, be able to do something going second other than just power cards. 2 Kurukara, it's a fairy to discard off of Orange Light, and it helps you clear Noir, helps you clear a Rise Heart. I cleared a Zeus with it and killed him, it was great. 1 Lancia, it's searchable, and it's a powerhouse of a card. Being able to turn off all the pots, or the Prosperity Extra, being able to turn off Kashchera Engine, turn off Dragon Link Engine, they can't Bestial, they can't, it's just, usually, if you have, this also solidifies a semi-FDK this deck has. 1 Diviner, searchable Light Fairy, also helps you to go for Chaos Max lines, which is a skip turn. 1 Vantage Ruler, which is usually a plan B if you have no access to the Chaos Max line, or turn 3, being able to normal this before your 5th summon to guarantee you're not going to die to Nib is really handy. Rituals, 3 Benten, I don't know what they were thinking bringing this back to 3. 1 Natasha, this card is insane. The amount of boards that this card just like yoinks and link climbs, it's very, very custom. Also the fact that if you just put this in defense and they don't read it, this can once per turn negate an attack that if they attack a ritual monster, so you just instantly negate their attacks. 1 Chaos Max. You summon this on their turn, you tribute itself a cost, play around Infirm, you have a Lancia to play around Bestial as a call by, and it just says they can't activate monster effects for the rest of the turn. Most of the time that's enough. 1 Draconids because you have to. If you cut this, you'll miss it. Being able to summon this with one of the XCs to get a spell trap negate was also pretty nice. One of my opponents didn't play around that. 1 Call by because Droll and Shifter. 1 Foolish because it's just an extra name. You send a name or you send a ritual that you need engraved, etc. 1 Talents because I play 1 of this in every deck. I have a very love-hate relationship with this card. I used to play, 2, 3 in every deck, but seeing multiple with this card makes me want to cry. I played 2 Cyber Emergency. I wanted to play around Droll a little bit, so I didn't want to play 3, but you have to play it for some consistency. 1 of the MVPs, 3 Forbidden Droplet. There was one, round 5 I versed Sprite, and he ended on Caddy, Melfi the Forest, Sprint, Fenrir, and Gigantic, I think. and a double cross set. So I went activate Foolish Burial, chain Book of Moon on a Melfi Caddy, chain Droplet, sent the Foolish and the Book of Moon to negate the Fenrir and the Sprint, and his entire 5 interruption board turned into just double cross. Yeah, the 2 books was like a midnight addition to the deck, and it really came up. Like, whenever I saw the card, I felt like, regardless if I was going first or second, that I was winning the game. It's funny that a GOAT card can make you feel like that. The extra deck is signed by Poe and Nolan TCD, I think. Yeah. 1 Link Rebo, because when you open Nova, you kind of need this. This also helps you weirdly play around floodgates and stuff by distributing your battlefield. 1 Mirage Light. You end on this if you're ending on Vantage Ruler, because it gives you a spell trap negate, so now they can't just beat your board with Imperm or Book of Moon. They need to have 2 ways to stop the Vantage Ruler, and some decks just don't. 1 Phoenix. It's a generic link 2 that you can link off your Natasha to then steal more cards. It's also spot removal. Same with Azalea, same concept. And this card's insane. 1 Dynamundo. It's also technically a generic link 2 for Natasha because she's a ritual. This is also spot removal by shuffling cards away, and you tribute this on your opponent's draw phase to someone at the Chaos Max and skip their turn. 1 Borrow Sword. I play this over access code because it's easier to link climb into this than it is Natasha, with Natasha. So it's much easier than access code. Plus, I don't play any link 3s, so access code, it's not that big. Whereas this can help you just push for game if you have like anything. Sumu Beta. This is, yeah, I don't need to explain this. This is just everything the deck wants. 1 Beatrice, in case our hands are awkward and we have to Diviner and make this to get another name. I played 1 Fuko. This says, I want another turn. You make this, you pass. You're going to get another turn unless they have, a Kaiju or an Underworld Goddess, and even at that, they're putting a lot of resources into it. 1 Nightingale to help go for Zeus. 1 down and 1 Zeus. I didn't fear Cashier, and the only way they're ripping your extra deck is Unicorn, so just don't just play around a Unicorn, you won't lose your Zeus. The last 2 are just Divine targets. In theory, I want to play Black Rose Dragon in here, because you can turn the Diviner, that's a 6, and any 8 level 1s in all Black Rose and Nuke Field, but it never comes up. But in theory, it's a good idea. Side deck, I play Droll. You kind of need this for dragons, like any other generic searching deck right now. For Evenly, one of the best board breaking cards. 3 Twin. Same concept as Droplet. This deck profits off of discarding and sending cards to grave because all the Drytron names activate in graveyard. So a pop 2 is usually better than a banish 1. I'd rather against Labyrinth pop 2 floodgates than 1 and lose to the other. One of the best cards in the side deck, I think. 3 Lava Golem. Although I did get a P minor round 1 because I Lava Golemed him, normal to Diviner. And then we played a little bit, and we didn't realize, but the second Lava Golem that I gave him that turn, he's like, wait, you can't normal. So we had to rewind it. Didn't change much. He was Cashier top decking, I had a Zeus, so it was okay. And the worst card in the side deck, I never put it in. I never wanted to put it in. I never thought of a situation to put it in. It just was there for moral support. In theory, this card is great. In practice, I never thought I would needed it. That is the deck.
Any honorable mentions or anything like that? Shout outs.
Yeah, round 3 I versed Tong. He was playing Labyrinth. We're in game 3. I made a 4 material Zeus and he judgments it. And I was very, very scared. But he didn't respect the follow-up that this deck has. No one respects the follow-up that this deck has. You give them a turn. If I have a name or a ritual or anything to be able to tribute, it's full combo every turn. You need to kill me or you need to set up a board state that I can't come back from. And he was unable to do that. He didn't respect it, and I was able to kill him the next turn. And shout out to Jesse for the normaling Diviner after the Lava Golem. But yeah, this deck felt solid. Not a lot of people know how to play around it and play through it. And,
Playing it for the rest of the format, the whole 3 days of it?
God no, I've already changed decks. But yeah, There's going to be a lot of dragons today, and I want to play a deck that doesn't lose to Bastiles.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, congratulations again on the second win of the OTS champs, and I guess you don't have to sweat anymore because you've got your invite for Oceanics next year.
9 months of relaxing, playing any deck I want.
Yes. All right. Thanks for the deck profile, and congrats again.
Thank you.